Hi. So let me just hit the button for that and hit the button for that. There we go. Then go back to Stream Manager. There we go. Okay. So, um, we just got done streaming Disneyland Adventures, and I had one, two, three, four, five, six. So I had the problem of it died. I mean, big shocker there. It's been doing that all the time. But, yeah, it died. So we had it's not part one and part two yet. It's just, regular and then part two. But, the mere fact that it did on Disneyland Adventures, pretty pathetic. But that's why the guy's coming soon. Tomorrow. I think tomorrow anyway. He said Monday. That doesn't necessarily mean tomorrow Monday. Could mean the week after that Monday. I don't know. Um, doesn't matter. I'm gonna be stuck by myself that day. Well, maybe. Okay, so they're supposed to be coming Monday, right? Maybe they will come when my husband is home. Because just because he's supposed to be coming Monday, um, at noon doesn't mean that he's gonna come Monday at noon. He could come Monday at 4 o'clock. So um, I thought it was kind of funny because not funny in a good way, but the um electric company told us, yeah, you can definitely get this new thermostat. It's really awesome, right? Yeah, except for the fact that we've conveniently got the wrong number of um, cords or whatever you call them that go into the heater, like, I mean, go into the thermostat. Um, so, so it's not going to work, even though they assured us that it was going to. Um, yeah. Well, whatever. So that's what you get when people assume. But really, our heater is really great. It's just, um, it's not as, uh, like it kind of costs a fortune when we need to run it. And I literally got, um, yelled at by my husband the other day, because it's been so hot in here. Yeah, the heater hasn't been on for about a week. That's how nice uh, that's how well insulated our house is. It's nice. And for some reason, if you live in Carson City, where we live, it I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm sorry. I told. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. That it gets hotter in the evening, and I do not understand that. Most places, when it gets evening time, it doesn't get hotter, but at our place it does. Um, it's probably. I just thought of that. It's probably because everybody else is getting cold, and so they're all using their air conditioner. I mean heaters, not air conditioners. Why would you? Um, they're all using their air conditioner. I mean their heaters. Oi, my brain just wants to go on autopilot. Um, anyway, I'll go and you know I'll go and use their heaters, and so it makes our place hotter because we do own a condo. So it's one of those things that if everybody's using their heaters, we're probably going to get hot. I don't know if that's how it works, but that's the way it seems to. Um, but still, an owned condo is, you know, yeah, us owning the condo, that works. And once you own something, they should not be able to tell you, go away, you know. Like, if you live in an apartment, you blink at the manager wrong, or show him up in the math department, yes, I did pay this. Um, he can fire you in Nevada, he can fire you for anything. Um, you blink wrong at the guy and not fire you, kick you out. Which is exactly what happened to us at one place because the guy, I don't know if it's because we were coming in on days when the employees were collecting the rent or if like the employees were trying to do some kind of scam or something. But they kept telling me, I mean, they kept telling my husband that we had not paid the rent. And it's like, we had the little money order ticket stub thing saying, yes, we did. We always got it signed by the person who um, who collected it and or stamped. It might have been stamped actually, but whatever. It was. Um, there was an indication that yes, we had paid it, and we always paid it on time. Literally, it was only like $650, and we were, I believe, working at Walmart at the time, so like we would have been able to go on like that for a while and save up and eventually buy a house without having to borrow large amounts of money from people. But that's not the way it went because I personally think that guy is uh, losing his marbles in the if assuming he's still alive, is losing his marbles in the um, memory department. So And I know his wife was still alive um, a while ago. That they were an older couple. So I personally thought he was losing his marbles. And then it was like she had the audacity to come into Walmart when I was still working there and act like nothing had happened. Bless you. My cat sneezed. If you sneeze too, bless you. Um. mm, Okay. So I was saying yesterday. I was saying yesterday that that this lighthouse is partially based on the one in the movie Pete's Dragon. So that's why it's got the glass instead of um that's why it's got the glass instead of a wall. And we're going to go and try to put this together. Okay, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're gonna try to get this right. And if not, we'll keep working on it. Okay, so down there, we did it like this. Okay, you know how I'm sitting here and then all of a sudden weird things pop into my head? Well, that, and it's the only part of the song I ever remember too. That, not that they didn't write a good song, it's just, it's the only part that I can ever remember. But the one in that one Fast and Furious movie, I want to say during the credits, the one that goes, "This is how we roll like this." That just popped in my head. So then that reminded me of. I know I probably just sang that really badly. I'm not trying to make fun of them. I'm just. I'm really not. I'm just trying to get that part done as quickly as possible so I don't get in trouble. Um, but I'm remembering that I cannot wait to watch the next Fast and Furious movie because I'm hoping it'll come up with more answers than what the last movie did. The last movie came up with a lot of questions. Because, like, why would you establish all these characters and then kill them off? Or was it a thing of, or was it a thing of, um, I just thought of that, but, what if the whole entire 9 movies so far, 10 movies so far, sorry. What if the whole entire 10 movies so far is like just his imagination um, while he's being held by Jason Momoa's character? Him having him having a sister, him having a brother, um, Ryan, all of that. What if? I hope that's not the way they go because that's kind of dumb, but but it could be, you know. Or is it going to turn out that okay? So we never saw the airplane crash. It sounded like it crashed, or I mean, it looked like it was going to crash. They were making noises like it was going to crash, but did we actually see it crash? I don't remember right now. So, I I really kind of want to watch, from the first movie to, I mean, 1 through 10 and see if, I mean, I thought Jason Momoa's character was really creepy and I just really didn't like him. So I don't know if I don't like him as an actor or if it's just that role. Um, and I haven't seen Minecraft movie, so I'm just not going to know until I watch the Minecraft movie. Now, if I watch the Minecraft movie and I still don't like his acting, then I know that's him. But if I watch the Minecraft movie and it's just fine, then okay. Um, I mean, I guess I could watch him as what was it, Aquaman, but I'm not really into all that uh new Marvel movies. I know, unpopular opinion amongst some, but I don't know. I liked watching them when they were cartoons on Justice League or whatever it was. I don't know. Okay, so it was a show where there was like Aquaman and it had Superman and Wonder Woman and Batman, which seems weird now because like I think some of those are Marvel characters, and then there's Batman, who's definitely a DC character. I am getting so frustrated with that. By the way, my husband just got another one of those Medicare calls. We've been told by people who are in the know that they don't call people, for one, and for two, if you don't have parts Medicare A and B, you don't qualify, and you tell them once, no, I don't have it, and they call you up the next day, and the next day, and the next day, sometimes 5 minutes from now. Yeah, okay. So we don't want to make this a complaints stream. But my my little half an hour stream for Disneyland Adventures did end up being 2 parts. Just the stream went out, not the internet, the stream. It was so annoying. Um, it was like there was no reason for it. Bright sunshiny day. My husband had just said something about that. He was suggesting I do laundry. It's like, well, I want to do laundry, but I want to get my chapter done. I can't convince myself to finish the chapter. I'm having want to issues because I'm like I want to work on my story, and then you know Satan's over there going, but you need to go and do this on this video game, and you need to go and do that on that video game. And and I'm like, what do I do? So I was trying to work on it yesterday. Oh yeah, and then the videos on YouTube. Well, I keep adding to that list. Um, so I will watch whatever video it is eventually. But that's getting in the way too, and I'm just having a little bit of trouble focusing. Um, so this morning though, I did have a breakfast sandwich. And I used my I can eat it before stream to convince my husband to buy them. He likes them too, so it's not too bad. The only thing is the price. So it cut out on Disneyland Adventures.
Big surprise. It's interesting what they come up with as news on Google. Read the article or the headline before looking at the picture.
Where's the headline? Okay, hold on. Might be very important to you guys too, except for that you can't see the picture, unfortunately. Interstellar object 31 Atlas has changed color again and shows signs of non-gravitational acceleration.
Now look at the picture. What's wrong with this picture if it's a news article? Look very closely at the picture.
Well, besides that, there was zoomed in picture of the stars, and they got the triangle thing and then the little square.
So you don't see the board cube sitting there?
Where? No. That does not look like a Borg cube.
That's a board cube.
No, it's not. Okay, he's saying the square that I'm seeing looks like a Borg cube. He's nuts. That's from Star Trek, by the way. The Borg cube. Um, um, you can see, you can see the Borg cube. Um, Wait, are you looking at it with or without your glasses on?
Oh, without, but I can still see it.
No, look at it with your glasses on.
I'll send that one to Swift. Let's see what he sees.
But he doesn't know what a Borg cube looks like.
Yes, he does. He played Star Trek Online enough to play against him.
Okay.
The tutorial bad guy.
He wants to send it to our son. To see what he sees. I'm just seeing a square, and the thing is that I'm scoffing at it because it's changing color. Ew! Wow. I mean, unless they're saying it's an asteroid and it's coming toward Earth and it's gonna kill us all, just like on Armageddon. Yeah. Unless they're saying that, it's not really that important that the thing is changing color. I think. But I'm not a scientist, so you don't have to believe me on that one. And science is actually, well, biology specifically is one of the classes I had to retake because I am not a science, math, or history girl. I'm like, I like the world, I like uh, knowing what's going on in the world now. I don't have to know why something does what it does, as long as it does. I mean, sometimes I like to watch, this is how candy's made. Um, this this is how we do the taffy at Jelly Belly Factory. They don't do the taffy in California anymore, though. I hear. Um, I hear that they only do it in Chicago, and I don't like that. I thought it was so cool. Maybe they can't find a taffy puller in California, but I thought it was so cool. I'm about to lock myself in. But I thought it was so cool that on the Jelly Belly tour, you could quite often see them pulling the taffy, folding it over, and and you know just working with the whole with the taffy. It was so cool. But no, they don't have that anymore. One, two, three, four, and then this is five. And there's a big problem with this, only because see now you can't fall off. It's gotta be like that. Yeah. Um. Okay, how did we do this? Oh wait, no. No, that new tag is very lightweight. One, two, three, four, five. And I took off the heavy piece. So there was this company at Costco yesterday, and they have these tag things. You put them on your pet, and it can track where they are in the world um, through GPS. And I was like, oh, that would be so cool if Bobby ever got out. So, so I want to get it. I really do. We can't afford it right now, but I want to get it. Because she's been known to get out on her own before, and I'm worried that she's going to do it again. I am super worried that she's going to do it again. But I've got a plan, in case we can't get the what the heck? In case we can't get the that we want to get right now, I've got a plan. I'm going to introduce her to snow. And I'm going to assume one, two, three, four, five. I know, never assume, because it could turn out that she loves it. It could, it could turn out that she totally loves it, but I hope not. Okay, wait a minute. I think that probably ought to be a thing, but anyway,
I sent
um
that one to my sister for a good laugh.
okay.
The one up north.
That's the one I was assuming you were talking about.
Well, since the other one never responds, why would I bother?
Okay, so my husband's got two sisters, and one never talks to his family.
Well, never
And,
talks to us anyway. I don't know if she talks to any other part of the family.
well, okay, yeah, speak, he's got a point there. We don't know if he, like, talks to, I was gonna say the totally wrong name. Um, yeah, we don't know if she talks to, like, Cousin Ellie or,
Don't give
um,
her names.
anybody else. But we know that she does not talk to anybody in Nevada. Um, we can barely get a response out of her husband. So anyway, well, if somebody had a gamer tag, it would help.
Right.
I mean, she could have a gamer tag. We just don't know what it is. I don't think she does though. She likes to, go outdoors.
Just use cousin or sister or stuff like that. Don't give names.
Anyway,
I asked my sister to have her kid explain that one since he's a rocket scientist.
ah, yeah. So we got a rocket scientist for a nephew. Seriously. And he's gonna go into NASA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, into NASA. Or he is in NASA. One of those two. Um, and we've met them. Okay, we've met him a total of once, and we've met his older sister, like twice. They live in Alaska. Wait, I'm so confused. Yeah, okay. 225. Yeah, okay. We're good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, I'd zoom in on the
One,
picture except that it's on X,
2, 3, 4.
what used to be Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't have a Twitter account.
Okay, there's something wrong here. Definitely something wrong here. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so da ba da ba da ba da, da. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that doesn't seem right. So I'll put that there. What? I don't know how I had this. Okay. I really don't. Oh, I had 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1. I'm so confused. I don't think that's how I had it on the other side, but that's what I just said was going on, so we'll assume it's right. I don't know. No, that still doesn't look right. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, okay. So this right here, and then one, two, and then that's also one, two. Okay, wait a minute. Not that. Keep doing that too. And then what's across from here? That's two that way. But that is four. So one, two, three, actually. Okay. One, two, three. And then what happened? Okay, and then we have one, two, three, one, two, three, one, two, three. Ah, we're good. Okay. So, my husband bought me an Xbox card, maybe a month ago, I think. And so I don't even think it was that long ago. Hold on. When did you buy me the Xbox card? Okay, well, he doesn't remember. But anyway, so I finally got him one yesterday. So, he's going to put that in today, and then he'll be able to continue playing with everybody. Um, yeah, assuming the internet works. Well, I think this morning it was a Twitch thing. But the mere fact that it junks out when I'm streaming. Sure the heck feels like it. It sure feels like it. In your head?
It crapped out while I was on the chat with them last night. Was that targeting you?
No.
Okay. Then how do you figure that it was targeting you?
It shuts down every morning in the 8 o'clock hour.
Maybe that's just when they're doing a server maintenance. I thought of that.
Well, they should do it at night when people are not on the internet.
8 a.m. is not a popular time for stream.
Yeah, I've noticed. Except for that other people that I watch on YouTube he was gonna start streaming at that time, and I'm like, oh great, now I'm not gonna have any viewers. Okay, so we're gonna figure out the uprights at some point in time, but right now this will be it. Um, the one on Peach Dragon didn't actually have uprights, but I'm like, yeah, need to be able to hold it up. So, yeah.
Didn't have uprights because you gotta be able to see the light inside.
You can see the light inside. It's not like on Donald Duck where the thing was going like this.
Well, it's supposed to.
Slower, but,
But
the one on Donald Duck, it just kept going around and around and around. And he's trying to read the book, and all of a sudden, a seagull comes by and starts bugging him. I don't exactly remember what happened, but yeah, it was being a meanie butthead to him, and that's all I really remember. Okay. Oh, I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Of course, I also don't know why a primarily stone brick lighthouse would have wooden stairs, but
because they're lighter weight.
okay, he says because they're lighter weight. At least we have a reason. At least we have a reason.
No, no auto renewal, you boogers. Not turning on auto renewal.
So you turned it off, right?
Correct.
Okay. Um,
Quit demanding that I re-up my subscription because it's re-upped.
it might still ask.
Oh well.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, maybe we will do 5 then. If we've got, if we have 5 stairs and then go down to 4 stairs, it doesn't quite work. But we have to figure out the rest are around here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now, the idea is that we bring it out to here, and then we bring it out to here. I don't think that's the way it was supposed to be. I don't know. Okay, wait a minute. This is supposed to be 1, 2, 3. That's what it is. Okay, and then we're supposed to have 1, 2, 3. And I always thought you needed to see the light out of the top part, not the bottom part. But that's where. What the are you watching?
A trailer for a game that's not out yet.
Okay. I don't know. What's it called?
Mouse for Hire PI.
Okay, he says
Oh,
it's
Mouse PI for Hire.
Mouse PI for Hire. Supposed to be coming out March 19th, 2016.
Looks like a silly enough show.
And
No, it's not Mickey Mouse.
it's not Mickey Mouse, but it looks strangely like.
It looks very similar to a Mickey Mouse type.
Yeah, it looks very similar to a
The
Mickey
trailer
Mouse.
again, pause it in a specific spot. See if you see what I saw.
Well, when the spots in there looked like they exploded.
Do you see something that I see on there?
Yes.
You
They,
like that bit?
they're either going to get their butts in trouble or you're going to secretly find out it's a Disney title.
I mean, that is just a blatant ripoff, if not the Disney.
Okay, so like I said, it's Mouse something, my Mouse PI for Hire. And there's a steamboat in there, and it says specifically Willie on the side. Steamboat Willie, hello. I think they're gonna get their butts in trouble. Or by mentioning it, I'm gonna get their butts in trouble.
Anything's possible. It's supposed to be an independent developer for video games, not one of the big name companies.
It's supposed to be independent um, developer
Just clicking on it.
for video games and not one of the major developers.
Just wow.
We don't know one way or the other, but that's what it's supposed to be. But it looked more like, murder and mayhem. So.
He's a private investigator. Mouse.
But he's not Jessica Fletcher!
No, that much is for sure, and he's no Dick Tracy either.
Okay, the reason why I brought up Jessica Fletcher and why he brought up Dick Tracy.
It's
Um,
black and white.
but
Wouldn't
but
be Jessica anyway.
but the reason why I brought up Jessica Fletcher specifically is because she was Angela Lansbury way before she was the voice of the song Tale as Old as Time. She was on a TV show called Murder She Wrote. So every single episode, somebody's gonna die, but it's lighthearted, lighthearted show. I mean, it's still that somebody got murdered, but it's more on the who did it and how can we catch them side than focusing specifically on the murder. No, I think she's much happier because that plastic tag seemed to be heavy, even though it shouldn't have been. Um. Oh, so I started to tell you about that. I don't know if I finished. Um, We went to Costco yesterday because we need to get gas and gasoline for the car. Um, we need to get gas, so that's where we buy our gas all the time. No big deal. Um, but while we were there, we decided to do the sampler tables and do a bit of shopping because you know we don't have much food in the house. And while we were there was this team of people. Well, there was only two of them, but still, team. Um, that were doing pet tags, but they were advertising their pet tag thing that can tell you where your animal is by GPS. But they were also they could in yeah, they had little tags in like 8 different colors or something like that. And so we got pink for Bobby, and we got um red for Ben, and I think we got teal for Sam. And I think it's much better than the tag that Bobby had on before because had on her collar before because besides the fact that her collar before said the wrong place to contact for where she's living now. But it said the wrong place to contact. So, um, okay, so that would be that one. But yeah, she had this plastic one and said Avid on it, and I don't exactly know what Avid is, but that tag was kind of heavy for her, I think. So, she's just a little kitty. Well, she, she's she's not so small that she's like kind of kitten size, but she's not so big that she's like Sam size. She's just normal cat size, I guess. Okay, one, two, and then one, and then one, two, and then one, and then one, two. I don't know. No, that doesn't seem right. Because it went out too far. Okay, wait. Oh, okay. We go off in a different direction here. One, two, okay. Then we go one, two, three, one, two, three, and then I don't know how we're gonna do that because that doesn't work. And it definitely doesn't work for, huh? One, two, three, 6, 7. Okay. I guess that could work. So on the other side, we got 2. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 4, and 6. Okay. Okay, so I got that wrong. Or I got this wrong. Oh boy. Got one of them wrong, and I don't know which one. And then 1, 2, 3. And then it went 1, 2, 3. I don't know what's going on with that. Hmm. Not that. That. Yeah, then it's 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, but then it's 1, 2. Um, there. I think that's good. If not, close enough. Still have to go down there and make the stairs. Oh, okay. Thing is, though, that if I was gonna watch a movie right now, I'd probably watch something from Christmas or Thanksgiving. I wouldn't necessarily watch Fast and Furious. I mean, obviously, Fast and Furious doesn't make Christmas movies, so like I probably wouldn't watch it until say January. I don't know. I mean, sometimes I'm like, there's so many Christmas movies and TV shows that we own that I uh I want to watch something else. So 2, 3, 4. That'd be kind of funny if they did all of a sudden make a Christmas movie. A Fast and Furious Christmas. I don't know why I think that'd be kind of funny. If it's like, they're watching my stream right now, or, um, or, if they're like watching my stream right now, or they're watching the YouTube video later, it'd be really neat to know that I influenced them making a Christmas movie. But I doubt they're gonna make one. They haven't made one yet, so I just doubt that they're gonna make one. But it would be cool. Although, what would they do? I mean, what would they have as a conflict? Uh, little B wants a Ferrari for Christmas, and uh, times are getting a little tough, so they can't afford it. And then all of a sudden, Santa Claus brings it, um, in the form of Uncle Brian.
The digital model.
Well, yeah, it would have to be the digital model because, of course, uh, unfortunately, Paul Walker passed. Oops, not there. And then just because I was thinking about Paul Walker, and that's one of the movies that I'm not so like I love most of the movie, but there is part of the movie where I'm like, why would you put that in your movie? Um, I think it's Fast and the Furious 2. Uh,
Fast Too Furious.
yeah, it might be Too Fast, Too Furious. Anyway, it's the one with the really horrible rat scene. I didn't like it.
Shows how bad the bad guy is.
I don't care. My husband said it shows how bad the bad guy is. It's like, I don't care. I do not like that rat scene. It's horrible.
But that's the whole point to it.
So, without finishing the overhear part, how does this look so far?
Looks okay so far.
I kind of like the uprights, but he's kind of right that there would be a vision problem a little bit to, if you're trying to see through the pillars to see if there's a ship in distress. Oh, there's supposed to be a another door right there. I just realized. How did I do it on that side? Okay, so I dun da dun dun ba dun ba da dun ba da dun da dun. So in Pete's Dragon, um, it was all storming outside, raining, big wind, like big huge things were getting blown over. It was that windy. And I remember there being a door here. You had to open the door, but anyway, there's a door here, and I'm pretty sure there's a door across there, and you're supposed to be able to see over here and go, "Oh no!" I'm gonna call him Kent because that was the first name that popped into my head, but that's not his name. Anyway, oh no, there's a ship out there, and oh, Paul. His name was Paul. Anyway, that could be Paul's ship. Nora's kind of thinking that's her husband, and he was coming. He was supposed to be coming home, and then they were gonna get married and live happily ever after, and or if if they had not gotten married already, they were gonna get married and live happily ever after, and all that stuff, except for they never come back. Well, it turns out that he hit his head and couldn't remember who he was, so he's like in this hospital and on some island somewhere, or some other country. Anyway, and Elliot, that's the dragon, he went over there and kind of knocked the bed over, and so Paul hit his head again. Then all of a sudden he remembers exactly who he is, remembers about Nora and Lampy, I think his name was. And yeah, Lampy. And yeah, because there's Lampy on Pete's Dragon, and then there's Lampy on Pinocchio. But his name is Lampwick, but they just call him Lampy. Anyway, so yeah, that's how I learned the uh, what's his name? Mr. Phantom of the Megaplex, and he was one of the three bad guys on Night at the Museum.
Oh, dang it, his name's escaping me right
Um, 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 um,
now. The joke shop guy.
yes.
I can't place his
He
name right
played the
now.
joke shop guy in that
That one obscure episode of whatchamacallit.
eighth season, seventh season, sixth season. Yeah, seventh or eighth season. Christmas episode. I think it was eight. Anyway, whatever. Um, yeah. No, it had to be six because they were old enough to say thank you. The twins. They were old enough to say thank you, but they um they were old enough to say thank you, but um and no, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, it's the one where they were in the joke shop. Jesse didn't have his Christmas spirit, and Michelle and I'm gonna call him Santa Claus 'cause I can't think of his real name right now. It's driving me crazy. He was also in It's Mad 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 World.
No.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he's in there too. Um, he was a song and dance person before. He's in a Christmas movie. Came upon a minute clear or something like that. That doesn't sound right, but that might be its title, but I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, he plays the grandpa, and the grandpa died, but like the grandson was like super attached to him, and I don't know what happens. I watched long enough to see that the grandpa died, and I'm like, oh hell no. Sorry. Oh heck no. Um, what the heck is his name? Either his first name or his last name starts with the M, and he was on Family of the Megaplex. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna look up Family of the Megaplex because um Cause it's bugging me. Phantom of the. It keeps trying to come up with opera. Yeah, right there. Film of the Megaplex from 2000. It's a Disney movie. And Mickey Rooney. If Mickey Rooney is still alive, I am so sorry I couldn't remember your name. No, he's not. But okay, so if his family members are still alive, I'm hoping they are. Um, oh my goodness! He was born on September 23rd, 1920, in Brooklyn, New York, and unfortunately, he passed away in Studio City, Los Angeles, California, April 6, 2014. And he was in Night at the Museum as one of the three bad guys. Um, Dick Van Dyke was another one, and I'm sorry I don't know the name of the other guy. So okay, it was not, was not, was not, and I will prove it. My husband does not know the difference between one black actor and another, unless it's Samuel L. Jackson or Eddie Murphy, or Bill Cosby. Yeah, I know he knows Bill Cosby. It was not. Okay, now at the museum. No, because you're wrong. Yeah, Bill Cobbs. It's Bill Cobbs, and uh, Dick Van Dyke played Cecil. Bill Cobbs played Reginald. Where'd he go? Mickey Rooney played Gus. Robin Williams played Teddy Roosevelt. I don't know who Rebecca is, but that was Carla Gugino. Sorry if I said that name wrong. The main character, Larry, is Ben Stiller, Larry Daly. Um, okay. So, honey, Morgan Freeman played Azim on Robin Hood. He's also the guy on Now You See Me who is trying to debunk the magicians. He's in many other things, I'm sure, but those are two things I'm remembering right now. Um, yeah, we got into this discussion because, like I said, he can't tell one black actor from another, and it's not a racist thing. It's just he can't tell. Um, I definitely want everyone to know it's not a racist thing. He just can't tell. Um, and and I'm not trying to be mean to my husband or anything like that, but they don't even look alike. Except for that they're both black guys, they don't even look alike. Morgan Freeman has a very distinct look, you know. Um. Oh, I was gonna like fill this in. Then I'm like, oh wait, that's the stairs. Duh. Anyway, so you've learned a lot of neat things today. weird things that pop into my head while we're streaming. But yeah. Um yeah, it's like okay, normal. I mean, all the other two bad guys, they're like totally famous people. What did Bill Cobb do besides Night at the Museum? I don't think I've ever heard of him before that. Or maybe I have and I just didn't realize. I don't know. Oh, there's water going down. Okay. So we finally got the lighthouse almost finished. Just needs a few touches here and there, but the outside is basically done. We could do the inside anytime we wanted to. Um, we need to recolor, or as I've been saying, repaint. Because it's a house. You repaint your house, so I'm putting it in the lore that we're repainting those houses. You know, just being. I don't know. I kind of feel silly saying that, but it's like it's part of the lore. People always ask you what's the lore behind your build, and I don't know why they do that, but obviously they want to know, and the um this is the world for my stories. I'm not going to be able to build the whole entire thing in one spot because of the fact that um it typically messes up if I put too much stuff in it, but usually I put too much redstone. And this one, I refuse to put redstone. That's why I'm using sea lanterns. And there was an update the other day, and I think that fixed maybe not fixed, but at least made the light more. I was thinking that yesterday. I think it made the light more. Um, if not, I've gotten used to it. You know what? It would help if I didn't destroy the thing. There we go. I didn't do it on purpose. So I could have had Coca-Cola when we stopped for a hot dog at Costco yesterday, but I was a good girl and I had raspberry tea. And I'm pretty happy about that. How? One, two, three. Two, three. How many we're having? One, two, three. Yeah, okay. 3 stairs works, I guess. Oh, okay. So, yeah, I feel bad because I used to always know Mickey Rooney's name, and then, like, all of a sudden, I stopped remembering what his name was. Um, yeah, I don't. Okay, so there was a movie that I remember from, forgive me, way back when. Um, the people who made the movie, please forgive me, assuming any of you are still alive. Um, but one of the things I remember in it is that they had like the characters. And if any of you know what movie I'm talking about, please let me know. Um, anyway, they had the characters like dancing on the walls and the ceiling and all this neat stuff. And I have no idea I don't remember what movie it is. I don't think I ever knew actually, but I thought that part was really cool. And my mom says that I did not like Singing in the Rain. I fell asleep to it. My mama said that I didn't seem to like. I mean, they were showing it to me when I was 4 years old. So, I mean, I love Sound of Music. I love the movie The Sound of Music. I've been watching that like all my life. Apparently my mom recorded it. I mean, my mama. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to confuse you. It's just I used to call her mom, and when I'm talking to my sister, I call her mama. But I'm trying to stick with the explanation that I've given all of you, that the one that isn't with us anymore is mama, and the one that is still here is mom. Um, trying to stick to that, but I keep saying it wrong, and I know it. But she said that I didn't seem to like it. I think I thought it was boring at the time. Um, like, okay, I liked Mary Poppins, and I liked The Sound of Music, and The Music Man. I liked all those movies, and Bedknobs and Broomsticks. I thought that was really funny because I've been watching Bedknobs and Broomsticks for as long as I can remember. And one of the people that I watch on YouTube said said something about that movie, and like he didn't know what it was, and I'm like, oh my goodness, how could you not know? But he's a younger guy. He's like 10 years younger than me or something like that. So maybe that wasn't a popular movie where he was from, but my parents always showed me Disney movies, and that was one of them. They tried to get me to watch Boatniks, and I really want to watch it. I really do. Now, now that I'm older, and I think I would actually maybe enjoy it, I would like to watch Boatniks. But that's one of those movies that you don't hear about a lot, and you'd have to be able to look it up on Disney. They're not going to show it to you because it's not popular like Tangled and Frozen and Phantom of the Megaplex, and which I did watch for a Halloweenish kind of movie. I don't remember seeing the whole thing though. I think I fell asleep on it. Yeah, I fell asleep on it. Not that I don't like that movie. I really do like that movie. And I know who did it and everything. But like I was watching it late enough at night that I was like, I'm tired, and I fell asleep. but I do like that movie. And like I said, it's got Mickey Rooney in it. Everybody thinks he's the bad guy, but he's not.
The strikes attack
Well, cause he's acting way too nice, and like some of the people that were a megaplex is a movie theater, but it's got I think theirs had like 24 screens. Um, yeah, I think theirs had 24 screens because I was like, oh my gosh, that's even bigger than the one in Fairfield had. Um, uh, we used to live in Fairfield, California, and that's bigger than they had because they only had 16. That was like, when 16 was the number. Oh my goodness. But yeah, they only had 16. So I was like, um, wow, when they said 24 the other day. Oh, no, 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 no. One, two, three. See, the only problem is that there wasn't enough room to put in a banister on either side. And I wonder if an add on is a form of redstone. Well, because if putting an add on is going to mess up my thing, and going to mess up my build here, then that would be bad. I can't do that one. If I'm gonna be, if I'm gonna be silly and like do, something, I can't do that one because everybody's gonna know what it is. I can't think of what it is right now, but everybody's gonna know. Oh, I know what it is. Okay, not everybody's gonna know, but there's gonna be somebody out there who does. So, because that was a TV show theme song from the 80s. It's Disney, and I used to watch it either almost every time it was on or every time it was on. Um, it's called Fraggle Rock, and I want to say, not entirely sure, that Jim Henson was in on it. But like I said, yeah? Okay.
yes.
Husband says yeah. That Jim Henson was in on it. Jim Henson did the Muppets. And I hear the only reason why he's not alive anymore is because he got a really bad cold, did not take it to the doctor, and get it all bettered. I don't know if it's like on Days of Thunder with Tom Cruise and that other guy that I'm never gonna remember his name, but he's a good actor. Um, I don't know if it's like that guy's character. I ain't going to the doctor unless I'm dying, or if it was just he didn't think that it was that bad enough to go. Yeah. That's the problem. That's the whole reason why Mama's not with us anymore, because she didn't think it was bad enough to go, and then, by the time she did, it was bad enough to go. I mean, it was bad enough that she's not with us anymore. She was coughing really bad, and I wish I had just blown off. Um, seriously, I wish I had just blown off Walmart for the day and been able to go down there right then and there. Even if my husband had to go and book me a train, I wish I would have been able to go. Because we were all supposed to talk on video chat, and I could not do it. Because I had to go to work. Yeah. I'm not saying blow off, I'm not saying blow off work just because you have a family member who is not feeling good. Unless that family member is an older member, and what the heck is that? Why the heck is that? That's so weird. Wow. You realize how many more floors there are? Wow. Um, but sometimes it's like, that it could be the last time you see that person, or you don't know that it's the last time, and, then it eats away at you, and basically, I'm just saying, pay attention to your people and, spend time with them when you can. Huh? That's funny because my live is saying that it's excellent. Okay, so 95% of the time, I think this is so weird, and why would it say that? But 95% of the time, if it says that it's a nice, stable connection, it's not. And when it says that it's unstable and, it says that it's going to be collapsing all the time, it's perfect. And and the tech guy has no answers for that. We get 4 bars of signal on that stupid machine, and the internet's junky, and then um if we get 1 bar of signal, it's quite often just fine. And I don't want to say that, I don't want to necessarily bore the guy to tears, but the other day my 3-hour stream was 14 pieces long because of the internet, so because I promised to go until 11. I'm probably gonna stop at 11 today. Um, I don't know if I'm catching a cold or if just my throat's being weird, but it kind of feels a little off. I don't want to say sore, but a little off. So better to rest it working on my story than The thing is that I'm still not. I'm getting there. I'm getting close. But I'm still not to page 200. Typically, if I get to page 200, I'm like, uh, why did I do that? Um,
Why did you
typically,
do that?
I don't know. Typically, if I get to page 200, I'm like, I want to finish. I want to finish. So, so I still haven't gotten there yet, but we're getting close. We're on like 173
Unstable connection?
or 4. What are you saying? Save it?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Wow, CPU's inside are glitching.
Doesn't it usually?
No. I got news for you. I never got unstable connection on Spectrum. This is like frame drop bad.
Oh. Okay, I tried a little water. Nope, throat doesn't feel better. That's okay. We'll figure it out. Yeah. Um. So I think that part of my throat issue right now um, is that I'm trying to drink more water, but then um, everybody has food cravings whether they're pregnant or not. Um, the food cravings are saying soda, 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 and like my brain's going, the caffeine will wake you up so you can work on your story, and then I don't. I mean, I can't concentrate on it. So anyway,
Holy moly, it's glitching out bad. Yeah, Spectrum was never this bad.
yes, it was.
No, not like this. It was
Yes,
bad.
it was.
It was
He's
bad, I'll agree with you there, but not this.
he's trying to convince me that Spectrum was never this bad. He is full of it. There there was literally a day when I was trying to stream, could not do it. Why? Because it went down just about every 5 seconds.
That's when you unplug the modem and plug it back in.
Yeah, well, I don't know how to do that, do I?
You pull the plug.
He
It's
says,
not rocket science.
I don't know where it's plugged in at.
Well, now it's plugged in right in
Well,
front of your nose.
yeah, but the previous one, I didn't know where it was plugged in at. So anyway, wait a bit. Okay, and then,
So do your advertisement bit.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I think I did that on Disneyland Adventures, but I don't know if I did that here. So, lots been going on lately, and I've been making a lot of videos, and I don't know from one video to the next whether I put in my plug for my books or not, or did the Twitch plug or the YouTube plug. Yeah. And I'm also on Discord. That's not the point here. Okay, so I don't just do video games and recording them and putting them out there for the world to see. I also write books. and that is where I would love to be making money. Um, I don't seem to be able to get, and I don't seem to be able to make money outside the house, and I wanted to try and make money with my books anyway. So, it'd be a win-win if everyone would start buying my books. Anyway, so the thing is that my books are available on Amazon. I wrote them. I edited them. I pretty much put my heart and soul into them. I don't like saying heart and soul though because my soul belongs to God, but you know, I put everything into those books. Um, my husband has helped me, uh, pick the right word a few times, and so has my sister. And um, I think my okay, I've asked my husband to ask Sidran, what sounds better, this or this, and we've had we've asked Squibs the same question, and I'm almost sure that one time we had like five guys in the chat, and I don't know if it was all guys, but anyway, 5 people in the chat. We'll go with people. 5 people in the chat, and um, ask them all, does this sound better or does this sound better? And I did, like best 2 out of 3 on that one. No, okay. Okay. Anyway, I just did, the answer that had the most votes, won the thing. And so anyway, you know, um, anyway, it's very much sometimes a team effort, and then sometimes it's just, I can do it on my own. But, it's mostly, when it's a team effort, it's mostly, okay, this does not sound right to me, and I don't know why, but, it doesn't sound right to me, so then what sounds better, this or this? And then I have an idea of what I think sounds better, and I don't know why. I I personally think that my sister and my husband do this to annoy me, but like, it just feels like it. It's not really what's going on, but oh no! I can keep this together. I'm so confused. Okay, 1, 2, 3. No, 3. No, 3. There we go. Yay. Yeah, I don't know why I keep forgetting about poor Mickey Rooney's name. I don't know why. I just thought of that. But anyway, okay. So my books are on Amazon, and they are. That's not the way to do this. No. I'm going up, not down. It's this up here that we're trying to put. There. Yeah. Um. So my books are on Amazon, and they come in hardback, paperback, and the ebook. And they are The Rolling Sea Beginnings Book 1, Pirate's Daughter, The Rolling Sea Beginnings Book 2, Misfortune, The Rolling Sea Beginnings Book 3, Hard Times, The Rolling Sea Traitor Book 1, Esperanza's Party, the Rolling Sea Traitor book to the island. Hopefully before December 1st, but I'm not promising anything because it's already December 9th. Yeah, because it's already December 9th. I'm not seeing that as a good sign. But hopefully we will have the Rolling Sea be the Rolling Sea Traitor Esperanza's party, Traitor the island, if I didn't say that. Um No, I guess that doesn't work, actually.
Oh, Bishop's gonna be here when that guy gets here.
Yeah.
So I just did a recording to show him. I can't share it with you, so you have to turn on my machine to show it to him.
Why can't you share it with me?
Because it's insider, not regular. See, nothing, that I'm showing in the video that's secretive or anything, but it's still the insider program.
So you could show the tech guy, but you can't show your wife.
No, no, no. I can't share it with you. I didn't send you the video. You have to turn on my machine to play it when he's here.
So it's a you don't want to leave a paper trail thing?
Huh?
Well, because if you share it with me, then that's like going against a contract thing.
No, the system just won't let you.
Oh, weird.
There's a difference.
So he's got a program called uh, program game whatever. What would you call that?
It's a game.
Okay, he's got a game, Sea of Thieves Insider, and
He's the insider because there's less likely to be other ships on the waves.
he's using Insider, because there's less dweebs on there that are trying to blow you up. Usually if you use, it's like using Minecraft Preview. Um,
Exactly like Minecraft Preview.
yeah, it's exactly like Minecraft Preview where you can learn the new stuff before it actually comes out, and
That's exactly what it's for.
that's exactly what it's for. He says. Um, anyway, but he's not supposed to show anybody. Not supposed to show anybody. Those are secrets for him alone. And other people that have Insider. Sea of Thieves Insider. Um, Now Minecraft Preview, that's something, you can show that to anybody. But Sea of Thieves is like, nope, you're not showing anybody until it comes out. That's what you told me before.
They changed the program not too long ago where you could actually stream it, but not share a video recording.
Oh, okay. So you could stream it, but they changed it recently. You could stream it, but you can't make a video recording and, put it on YouTube to share it with others. Makes no sense, Sea of Thieves people. Who is Sea of Thieves people?
Microsoft and Rare.
Oh, Microsoft and Rare. So, like, if you played Dreamlight Valley, it would be the Game Loft part. Or if you play if you play Minecraft, that'd be the Mojang part. Anyway, seems a little weird. Because you would think that you would want as many people to advertise the new stuff as possible.
Not before it's released. This is to find errors in the program.
Oh, that's to find errors in the program. So that's like when that does look nice. We need to finish that second half up there. But that does look nice. That does look really nice, I think. And I literally just made it up because somebody, I wish I knew who it was. Oh, now I feel bad. Yeah, I feel bad now. Okay, I'm sorry. If you're the person who came up with that circle, please let me know because I feel bad now because now I can't say it's this person's circle. Like if there's an element of this build where I use a TSMC hyphen Minecraft um thing like the light poles, I mean the electrical poles. I usually call them the electrical phone poles because he didn't know which one they were, and I don't know which one they are. So anyway, um, there's some stuff where it's that, and I use his stuff, and then I say that I use his stuff. But quite often, I will go and take his stuff and make it a little bigger or a different color. So I do make it my own, but I do say it's inspired by or it's a direct uh not direct steal, but a direct copy of like when I do the church. I think I'm going to build it exactly the way he originally built it. If I need to make it a tiny bit bigger, but I don't think I'm going to make I don't think I'm going to make the ginormous that I did last time. It didn't look right. It didn't fit in the build. It's just supposed to be a little white church. And he just happened to have a build that was a little white church, so I'm like, I like that church. Yeah, we're gonna go with that, you know. And the reason why it's a little white church, I don't remember who sings it. I feel really bad right now, but there's a female singer out there who sings the song "Little White Church" or "The Little White Church." Um, it's the one that's "Take Me Down, Take Me Down, Take Me Down to Little White Church." Um, she's basically saying we've been, doing all the husband and wife stuff together, and you ain't getting none of that anymore if you don't take me down to the church, so they can get married. So anyway, because of that, it had to be a little white church. And then I was looking around all on the internet, and I think that's like one of the first TSMC builds that I usually call them TSMC. Okay, but if you look up TSMC, just TSMC, there will be other people. That's why I say there's a hyphen, and then it says Minecraft, and that's usually the guy that I'm talking about. And he doesn't just build churches. He builds KFCs. He builds grocery stores, um, Carl's Jr., Toys R Us. He even built a subway, uh, like a subway tunnel, and all sorts of neat things. If you need help building, like a city kind of a thing, he's your guy. But that right there, I don't remember who came up with the circle. And I feel bad because, that is a really cool lighthouse, I think. But yeah, that circle can be used to do so much. I'm gonna use it when I build the Disneyland Castle because I was watching a Park Pass video the other day. Um, Chris from Park Pass was standing in front of the Disneyland Castle, And I had already planned on building it probably bigger than it really is because then the fireworks will actually work. And I don't know how I'm going to do that though because usually um usually I run the redstone underground and then have it come up in the planter like like one of the planters around the Walt Disney and Mickey Mouse statue. I'll have it go there and anyway, I'll have it go there and then shoot it off like on my Disney World Minecraft world. Not exactly that way. You know, I set up the fireworks myself, and I think I usually end up doing just like the grand finale kind of thing. But at least it's something. Wow, we're at 10:30 already. We've got half an hour to go. That's crazy. Could have sworn that like I just woke up. Apparently not. Um. So today I chose to do the Hidden Mickeys in Critter Country, and I had to look one up. I felt so bad. I felt so dumb because I couldn't remember if the Columbia ship counted as one of the Critter Country ones or if it counted as New Orleans Square. Well, apparently it counts as Critter Country. And I had to look it up to find out. And it just wanted to show me. I was getting so mad. It just wanted to show me the Columbia at actual Disneyland. Google Images. Um, that's all it wanted to show me. And I'm like, that's not what I'm looking for. That wouldn't tell me if it was part of Critter Country or part of New Orleans Square on, in um, the game Disneyland Adventures. It just wouldn't tell me. So, anyway, I finally figured. I finally found. I think it was Game Rant. Found another one, but it didn't work because it was just telling me these are the achievements in the game, and um, this. I don't think it was telling me what to do, but it was telling me that need to be done. And it's like, duh, I know how to look that up myself on the Xbox. Um, because like one of the things that you have to do, and that was so hard, but I finally got it. And I was so happy. Um, is you got to sword fight the pirates enough to get 12 of the pirates, and you got to try to do this without getting hit. And I don't know how I did it, but I did it. And then the other thing is that you got to go on Peter Pan And no, that yeah, that was Peter Pan. Um, no, you have to for pirates for Pirates of the Caribbean, you have to like do it without getting hit by the cannons or something. And it took a long time. But I do have videos of that on my YouTube. Oh, so I did the plug for my books. Oh, I probably didn't say it, but there's a separate series called Adopted, and the first book is Coral. So remember, my books are on Amazon, and I wrote them, I edited them, I did everything for them. I even published them with Amazon, where I'm making a little tiny bit of money, but it's mostly been sales where family members are buying it, and I would like it to be um more of a you know not daily, but like um at yeah, a regular income. I would like it to be a regular income. Um anyway, also, if you're watching me on Twitch right now, nobody is. Somebody trying to sell me best viewers over here, but I ain't going there. I ain't going there. Um, but anyway, if you're watching me on Twitch right now, please follow and chat. And if you are watching me on YouTube, please like and share with others and comment. Even if you're just telling me what you had for breakfast this morning, I would be really happy. Um, like, share, comment, subscribe, notification bell, and please get those valid public watch hours up. Because right now, that's the only thing stopping me. Um, or the other thing that could happen, I think the valid public watch hours needs to be up either way, but, the other thing that could happen is, you tell two of your friends, and two of your friends tells, two friends each, so that's four friends, or something like that, and then those four friends tell two friends each. So that's eight. And then, it just spirals and everybody watches my shorts videos. But with that, I need like 10 million views. And I'm somewhere down around 300, 500, something like that. Well, I know for a fact that the deer video got like 658 or something like that, but that's deer, and I cannot control whether they come back or not, but still, it was really cool. There will be snow videos coming up. Um, I am gonna wait until the first Saturday after it snows, and then we are going to introduce Bobby to snow. I don't know that she's ever been out in it. Huh? No, I need somebody to record what happens. I know, but I want to get her first reaction on film, so to speak. I know when you're recording with your cell phone, it's not film, but yeah, that's how people said it before. I want to get it on video. I know I could set up the tripod. Not go in there because she's probably gonna knock it over when she comes back in. Um, I'm hoping that she does not like the snow. So that means that by the time the first snow comes, we're gonna have to get her own harness and leash because I felt bad putting Coral's harness and leash on her I did not like the idea because that was Coral's. He's like, so we have stockings for Christmas, and we're gonna put them out again this year. And he's like, just give her Coral's stocking, it's not gonna matter. And it's like, but it's the principle of the thing. It was Coral's. I know it sounds silly, but I want to put one of the stockings away in a little storage container, and I want to put her um harness and leash in there, and what's that? It went like like a cruise ship, or like say the Titanic on the movie Titanic. Why did I do that? Yeah. Oh, okay, I get it. Never mind. It's a group chat between um why is he asking if we ever noticed Lego pieces on the turret? I assume in Disneyland. Well, he knows we ain't been.
I don't know. Look at the picture. They do look like Lego pieces.
What are y'all talking about?
What are we talking about?
Are you talking about the supposed Borg cube, or are you talking about the Millennium Falcon video over here?
The cube. Suppose it's about it.
Is Borg cube like saying the Haunted Mansion, where you would capitalize the H and the M because it's Haunted Mansion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Proper name.
Okay, so the thing was is that for some reason when you have a three-way conversation in chat, it will not let you pick a ringtone for it. So it goes blah, blah. And it's like, what the HE double hockey sticks? That is the stupidest dang thing, and I don't like it. I like to know that when I hear the game buzzer sound, it's my sister. When I hear it's my husband. If I hear okay, I don't know what sound I have for my son at the moment cuz I can't remember. But anyway, there's that. Or like if it sounds like it's a 70s music thing, it's my dad or my aunt. I don't remember who I gave it to, but one of those two. If I hear this other sound, it's mom. Um, somebody is a uh, you know, an old time camera sound. When cameras used to go click to take the picture. You know, I like to know that. I don't want to hear bomb bomb. And maybe in a store, I won't even hear that. But anyway, I don't want to hear that. I want to hear or something like that. I don't know. Made that up, but um, actually, if I could, I would totally make that one be um Darth Vader's song Imperial March, right? Yeah, it would make it the Imperial March because they both like Star Wars. And pirates don't have like an Imperial March or a song or anything, and I'm the only one with pirates, so well, technically Star Wars has pirates too, but it's different. What were the pirates called?
Space pirates.
Oh, they're called space pirates. Of course, my pirates are, on the ocean and, in their ship. Oh, the reason why
What
it's,
are you expecting them to be called?
I don't know.
Other than pirate?
I, well, I'm just saying, like, they came up with a really neat name, Tuscan Raiders. So I was expecting George Lucas to show a little bit more showmanship and not have just space pirates. Sorry, George, but I was really expecting you to come up with more. But apparently that's what they are, my husband says, so it's okay. It's his world. It's his world. I don't get to make decisions in his world. And I understand that. All those people that are like, you made it this way originally, and you went and made it what you actually envisioned in 2000, and we don't like that. Those people, they think they're all entitled and junk, and no, that's not okay. Because that is George Lucas's world. Now Disney has taken it over and screwed it over, but I just it doesn't make any sense. Rey should have been having some kind of powers before she picked up the lightsaber. And unlike the Harry Potter world where you have your own wand and if you pick up somebody else's, it's just going to be less powerful. In Star Wars, I believe you're not supposed to be able to wield it unless it's your lightsaber. Well, yeah, and you're not supposed to be able to wield a lightsaber unless you have the Force. So, yeah, I was just thinking about that because technically Luke was using his dad's lightsaber. So, but it's generally accepted that, like, if it's your lightsaber, it's going to be able to be used a lot better. So I guess it kind of is like Harry Potter. But anyway, and I didn't understand that.
Get unbalanced on the saber.
I didn't understand that because in Sorcerer's Stone or uh, Philosopher's Stone.
Philosopher's stone.
Yeah, okay. So in Sorcerer's Stone or Philosopher's Stone, depending on what part of the world you're in. Um, Hagrid specifically says he is allergic to cats. They make him. I mean, he doesn't like cats because they make him sneeze. And then in um yeah, in Prisoner of Azkaban. Sorry, I had to reason it out with myself. In Prisoner of Azkaban, Hermione gets, guess what? A cat. That cat was around Hagrid so many times and he did not sneeze once. So I'm trying to be the continuity did not blow it person. Because I've seen so many already published books where
Where they fell up.
where they, said something in this chapter over here and then totally defy it in this chapter over there, or a simple one that I always do. Oh my goodness. I don't know why I do that either. It doesn't make any sense. But YOUR and YOU''RE. Apparently my brain thinks that they're interchangeable. Because I will go and listen to my story on my computer. And yesterday we found some audio typos. Like Chantel was saying, "Thank you, Jess," because she does. Because Jesse's a guy. Jesse just went into the bathroom and punched the guy that had been overly friendly at the dance. You what dance am I thinking of? I was just listening to that this morning. Oh my gosh. Anyway, whatever the heck dance they were at, I think it was a dance at the house, like for Halloween. Um, I just like that idea. Instead of having one at the school, they have one at the house. So anyway, I think it was that, but I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, okay. I just remembered because she dressed like an Indian squaw from, like the old West times, and he's dressing as a cowboy, and she did up her hair in two braided pigtails, and then she was going to go out and help Eric with Punch. So yeah, they had a Halloween party at the house, at the mansion, and I got thrown off because the book that I'm working on right now also has a dance which would be Halloween themed, except for that it's just a costume party. That's the only thing, is it's a costume party, but it's not actually for Halloween. But anyway, so um so I think the guy's name was Todd. I don't That sounds familiar, but whatever the guy's name is, we'll call him Todd for now. Um anyway, So Todd was getting overly friendly at the dance, and Jonah caught it. He's lucky that Jonah caught it and not Jesse. But we don't know what costume Jonah was wearing because I didn't actually mention it. It wasn't important to the plot. But he got his sword and he escorted Todd outside. Made Todd go home. Well, then Chantel goes and gets Jesse's girlfriend to leave. I'm saying girlfriend because him and Chantel are kind of a couple. But no, girlfriend, because they were going out with them before summer. He's trying to comment on stuff that he doesn't exactly know about, but that's okay. Cause he does, he does help a lot because, I listen to my stories so I can figure out what's going on in them and make sure that everything's the way it's supposed to be. And sometimes he's like, you said this over here and then you this over here. And I'm like, oh man. Or like one of the audio version in one of the books still has her being 15, which doesn't make any sense because there's another summer in there before. So I was like trying to figure out how old she was, and then I realized, oh well, she's 14 in Esperanza's party and the island, and then she turns 15 in in November. I may have to, rewrite some of my, like do a major rewrite on some of this. But anyway, she's gonna be 15 by the time that Test and Love comes out, and that's when something wonderful happens. So anyway, it'll be, if you read the book, you will, like if you start out with Esperanza's party and then go to the island and then read Lessons in Love and Test in Love, I think you'll really like it. Those are, like I have a bunch of favorites, and it totally flows. It flows from Esperanza's party to the island to Lessons in Love to Test in Love to Caught to Solitary and into the next book, and I guess those 6 are like my favoritist, but then it flows into the next book and the next book and the next book. One of them though, one of the books definitely has, most of those have Sean and Ashley being the main characters, and then there's that one. It is the very next book, but like Raphael and Pepper are the main characters in that one. And for a couple of chapters, like Brittany and Nate are the main characters, and then the other chapter, Paige and Oliver are the main characters. But it's just for that chapter, So, anyway, it all flows, and then it goes right into somebody captaining the number 1, while Morgan captains the number 2, even though there's more people in the younger crew than they shouldn't be on the number 1. They should be on the number 2. So, huh? Yeah, it's like they, by that book they've already gotten the number 2 because they've got so many people in the family that they had to expand into the next ship. Well, for the first few, it's gonna be that oh, no, I had the ship kidnapped, remember? So yeah, okay. I totally screwed up. Okay. So I had the ship kidnapped. I'm saying kidnapped because I mean, the ship isn't like Scooby Doo where he's like actually talks or anything like that. It's more like the General Lee where it's a part of the story. It's a major part of the story. But still, when all is said and done, it's a mode of transportation, so. Oh, wow, 3 minutes left. And then I can finish my chips. I am sorry if anybody heard me crunching chips earlier on either one of my videos. So, I ended up with 3 videos today because for some reason, what was it? It was... Okay, so my first video of today was 2 minutes and 15 seconds. 1-5. 2 minutes and 15 seconds. And then the internet, not the internet, but the Twitch stream just quit. Just went out. No good reason. But then the second half was 28 minutes and 5 seconds. So basically half an hour. A half an hour and 20 seconds. No big deal. Well, this one, so far, 2 hours, 27 minutes, 23 seconds. So, yeah. As soon as I'm able to download this one, we'll probably post the first 2 videos first, and then as soon as we're able to start downloading, I'll be downloading while I'm trying to get the other 2 onto YouTube, because I stream on Twitch, but then I go and post it to YouTube afterwards. And in the description below, there will be one link to each one of my books, and Pirate's Daughter will have its own link, and Misfortune have its own link, Hard Times have its own link, and etc. etc. Anyway, so just you can pick a link, and voila, it'll take you directly to Amazon. No stopping at weird websites or anything like that. Promise. Or you could go on Darth Caesar 00, and D as in Darth Vader, DARTH, and CAESAR, like Julius Caesar, and then the numbers 0, 00. And that will take you to my husband's Patreon. That's also my husband's Twitch, my husband's YouTube. He's saying, I know, creative, blah, blah, blah. case you can't hear him. But yeah, so so that will take you to the pirate books. We think it's supposed to update. So like when I go and finally finish Lessons in Love. And I got I got 2 or 3 whole pages done yesterday. I only got like 3 or 4 left, and well, 3 or 4.5 left. But I should get that chapter done today, and then hopefully I will be able to do the next chapter with not as much of a problem. I'm just, it's like 15 and a half pages. It, and my brain's pretty much going, it might as well be 20. Yeah. Um, so, so the part that I'm at right now, that, they're having the costume party, and Sam was dancing with Ashley, and then Adam walks up and says, "May I have this dance?" And he ends up, she says, "Yeah, if you explain your costume." It's not those exact words, but if you explain your costume. And he goes, "I've played football since ninth grade, and my brother." Well, actually, he doesn't even say his brother. He just says Nick. Like she knows who Nick is. So I think on the typed version, I'm gonna, put my brother Nick. Makes more sense that way. Anyway, he says that his brother looked up their part of Ireland on. He's basically saying he looked it up on the Google map, but I don't actually use the word Google because I don't want to get in trouble with Google, just in case I don't like that. Or don't want to be associated with my books for some reason. Anyway, I think I generically said he looked it up on the internet. But yeah, basically he's looking it up on Google, and he had this feeling that Adam was going to need a costume. And then it ended up being the only costume he could wear, so he's wearing, his full on. I don't know how you would get the pads. Because I don't know if the pads have metal parts, but I don't know how you would get them in your bag on the plane. He's got a duffel bag, a military duffel bag. So apparently I need some water. But anyway, he's got a military duffel bag because it was his dad's, I think. And I haven't listened to that part of the story in I don't know how long. Sad to say. I wrote it down so I didn't have to remember. There's also a quote from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, but that's not the point here. I just happened to agree with the quote. I wrote it down so I didn't have to remember. So if you're sitting here going, "You wrote it and you don't know," like my husband, yeah, I wrote it down so I didn't have to remember. I typed it out on the computer, and I've been making these stories basically since 1995. It was kind of funny. Okay, so I was at my dad's house watching a commercial, and or no, okay, wait a minute. No, I gotta back up. Okay, so I was at my mom's, and I had a really good dream. And, it was Morgan and Hayden and their crew, and stuck on the enemy ship. The guy, um, probably all the guys are in the brig. I don't know what I did with the women. I think they were with the bad guys. Um, and Morgan's sitting on the captain's lap pretending that she's having a great time. And they're drinking, and Hayden got brought in. Just hang up on it. Thank you. It was distracting me. Anyway, so Hayden gets brought in, um and he's got all these pockets. He's got all these pockets all over his outfit. He walks in, he looks totally normal, but he's got all these pockets, that have like lockpick kit and lead pipes and guns and knives and whatever, all kinds of neat weapon things, and so he ends up having to change into some of the captain's clothes. Well, there's only one problem with that. The captain's 6'2". Hayden is 6 foot. I know 2 feet doesn't seem like it would make too much of a difference, but it does. So, like back when I was a skinnier person, and that would be like having my husband's shirt from now be put on me at that time. I would drown in it. Um, I wouldn't be able to wear it as a normal shirt. Anyway, whatever. So, I had that dream, and it was like really awesome. And then like the next day, I'm back at my dad's house, and I saw the first commercial for Cutthroat Island with Gina Davis and Matthew Modine. And I'm like, oh man, because I wanted her name to be Morgan, because in the Beverly Hillbillies movie, their next door neighbor, Mr. Drysdale's son, instead of being Sonny like he was in the TV show, he was Morgan. And that's okay. Sonny's only in a few episodes anyway, so not a big deal. Or at least I think he's only in a few episodes. I haven't actually seen more than the first season lately. So anyway, I know he's in Pygmalion Ellie, which I think is the 10th episode of the first season. But yeah, I know he's in that one. I think he's in one more, but like I said, I haven't seen much past that. Like I've seen up to the Christmas episode, and maybe a little bit, after that. Well, because the Christmas episode was like 2 to 4 episodes long. They went back home for Christmas, and they were packing up. They were gonna drive from Beverly Hills to where they used to live, visit for Christmas. Well, their cousin, you have any idea what her name was? Me neither. Anyway, whatever her name is, their cousin, she was gonna go and visit them in Beverly Hills. But they figured out a way to distract her, so when they got there, it would be a surprise. And it was, and then, I think them getting there was the first part of that. And then there's them singing Christmas songs at the piano. I think that's another part. I'm not sure. Might be a part of that first part. I don't know. Anyway, then there's another part where the cousin, she plays the mom on Paycoat Junction, by the way. Same actress. But anyway, the cousin, like I was staring at her one time, watching the show, and I'm like, I know her from somewhere. I know her from somewhere. And then I'm like, oh. I think I had to go and look it up. Oh, you know what? I should be done by now. I'm sorry. But anyway, um, she's supposed to sing at the movie theater because it's silent films. They're that far behind. That they've got silent films and or at least the before the movie starts was a silent film, something like that. I don't know. I think it was a silent film though. Anyway, and she's like supposed to sing, and she wanted the family to be there. And thing is that thing is that she likes the guy from the oil company, and just because he's a bachelor, she likes the guy from the oil company, and the family came up with a way to get her to not want to go out with him anymore, and somewhere in there they ended up going back home again. But yeah, I don't remember it exactly. I haven't seen it since last year. Yeah. It's a Christmas episode. But yeah, I haven't seen it since last year, but I do remember those parts. But yeah, I don't even know why we went on that tangent. That's okay. I was gonna cinch this all up, but I think it's gonna take too long. So we got more of it cinched up than we had before. It's good. For now. So today is Sunday. And okay, so Mr. Star and Sky does Dreamlight Valley videos. And I hate to say it, but he drives me nuts sometimes because, like, today he was saying, it was floral blossoms or something like that, for last week. But he does his videos on Sundays for that. So he goes and makes me feel like either he's got a time machine and he's getting his results from today's Sunday, so he's getting his results from Wednesday, or he's getting his results from from the Wednesday before Sunday. And it's just